Hello there, friends. It's Three Card Thursday from Cards of Light, Bright Blessings of the Tarot for October 6th, 2022. Thank you for joining me this week. Let's go to the table for our three-card energy reading for the weekend and the week to come. Cards, one last shuffle here. Let's take just a moment to breathe, as always, and get our minds still. Okay. Cut the cards. And we have the Fool. He showed up in my daily draw yesterday, or a couple days ago as well. The Lovers card. And the Sun. Wow, three majors. Okay. Let's take a good look at these from a distance before we start talking about them. Just first off, just a really auspicious spread here. Just really, really good energy from start to finish. Three majors. Okay, so we've got the Fool, the Zero card. This is the card of the free spirit. This is the card of jumping into the future without a net, just moving forward. And so I don't know whether this is something that we have done recently or if it's energy that we're carrying into the current situation, but lots of kind of, hey, take a risk, countercultural, free-spirited energy to start the reading this time around. I just love this card. It would be one of the cards in the deck that has probably given me the most inspiration over the years since I started throwing tarot cards, but just a great card to get us started. So in the middle we have the Lovers. And in older decks, this would have been called the Lover, and it would have depicted a man that's kind of like torn between two women that he's standing with Cupid drawing the bow up above. And I've always interpreted it to mean that when you make the choice of your heart, it feels like it's ordained from heaven. In this deck, in the Thoth deck, we have a little different spin on this. This is a depiction of an alchemical wedding. So this has a lot to do with Crowley's ideas about sort of ritual magic and that sort of thing, but also the spiritual ideas of bringing together the masculine energy and the feminine energy to create something entirely new. Lots of deep, 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 deep meaning to this card, however you look at it. But in this sort of application, when we're doing a little three-card energy reading here, I would say that this depicts a decision of some sort. And again, when we make the decision that just feels right to us, no hesitations, we know it's what we ought to be doing, then it's, even if the consequences aren't the way we predict, things in the long run seem to turn out the way that they're supposed to. Of course, you could make a case that things are always turning out the way that they're supposed to, regardless of how they turn out, but we won't go down that rabbit hole at the moment. So maybe some decisions to be faced over the next few days here, and follow your heart. If it's something serious and important and means something to you. And you can make your lists and prepare and pros and cons and all of that. But ultimately, you got to follow what your heart tells you what to do, because it will not steer you wrong. So both of these cards giving us a lot of a cue to be ourselves and to follow our own instincts and our own inclinations here. And then where do we end up? The sun. And this card is exactly what it appears to be. It is light and warmth and life and nourishment and the energy that makes life on our earth possible, the energy that sustains us, the energy that brought all of life on this planet into being. And of course, symbolically, behind all of that literal stuff, there's the notion of the true sun, the ultimate self, that is expressing its energy through all of us. So hard to really read this as anything other than lots of really good energy. We need to be ready sometimes to take risks, to go against the grain a little bit, to take a leap of faith. We need to make decisions that are based on what we already know to be the right thing to do. And this can also be partners. We need to find the right people to spend our time with and to spend our energy on. And then over here, it's just, beautiful, lovely, frolicking in the sun. So pretty cut and dried there. I'm not seeing a whole lot of advice here or anything gloomy on the horizon. I'd love to hear what you think. If you're a reader and you're seeing something here that I'm not, I'd love to hear from you. If you have more to add to what I've said about these cards, I would love to hear that. If these are resonating somehow with you, I would love to hear that as well. If there's something that pops out here that seems to be fitting in with what's going on in your life right at the moment, you can leave comments here on the video, or you can pop on out to the weblog at brightblessingstarot.com and get in touch with me there. I think that will do it for this week. I hope that this reading finds you well and safe and happy. And until Sunday morning for our Sunday morning spread, when I'll be back, as always, I wish you peace. Take care.